In the first video, we have studied the energy production from aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Today, we are going to continue the next part of the chapter. Energy from different food components. Excess of carbohydrates are stored in liver and muscles in the form of glycogen, and they are used whenever they are necessary. Then what is the source of proteins? What are they made up of? Proteins are the macromolecules formed by bonding together many amino acids. Proteins of animal origin are called as first class proteins. We get 4 kilocalorie of energy per gram of proteins. Amino acids are obtained after digestion of proteins. Those amino acids are absorbed in the body and transported up to each organ and cell via blood. From these amino acids, organs and cells produce various proteins necessary for themselves and the whole body. Those examples are given in the following diagram. Different proteins are present in the body and they are made up of different types of amino acids. There are 20 different types of amino acids are present. Each protein contains different amino acids. For example, in the skin, two types of amino acids, that is melanin and keratin, are present and they are made up of different types of amino acids. Ossin is the protein present in the bone. Various proteins are present in the cell membrane of the cell. Various enzymes are also proteins and made up of amino acids. Insulin and trypsin are the juices made up of proteins and secreted by pancreas. Pituitary gland secretes various hormones which are nothing but proteins. Actin and myosin are flexible proteins present in muscles. Hemoglobin and antibodies are proteins present in the blood and made up of amino acids. Students, always remember that excess of amino acids obtained from proteins are not stored in the body. They are broken down and the ammonia formed is eliminated out of the body. If necessary, excess of proteins are converted into other useful substances like glucose through the process of gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis is the process in which excess of proteins are converted into other useful substances. Plants produce the necessary amino acids from minerals deno. What is then deno? Deno means beginning. So when there is a just first state of development of minerals, after thousands of years, it is called a de novo minerals. An enzyme rubisco present in the plant chloroplast is most abundant protein found in nature. The substances formed by specific chemical bond between fatty acids and alcohol are called as lipid. Digestion of lipids consumed by us is nothing but their conversion into fatty acids and alcohols. See, digestion means conversion into fatty acids and alcohol. Fatty acids are absorbed up and distributed everywhere within the body. From those fatty acids, different cells produce various substances necessary to themselves. Example, the molecules called as phospholipids, which are essential for producing plasma membrane, are formed from fatty acids. Besides, fatty acids are used for producing hormones like progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, aldosterone, etc. and the covering around the axon of the nerve cells. You studied the nerve cells last year. The covering of the axon is formed by these lipids. We get 9 kilocalorie of energy per gram of lipids. See, per gram of lipid gives 9 kilocalorie energy. So we need very little amount of lipids in our diet. Excess of lipids are stored in adipose connective tissue in the body. Next point, vitamins. Vitamins are a group of heterogeneous compounds of which each is essential for proper operations of various processes in the body. There are main 6 types of vitamins. Example A, B, C, D, E and K. Out of these, A, D, E and K are fat soluble while B and C are water soluble. We have seen that FADH2 and NADH2 are produced in the processes like glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Vitamins like riboflavin, that is vitamin B2, and nicotinamide, vitamin B5, respectively, are necessary for their production. Many times you experience dryness in the mouth because of deficiency of water. When you experience loose motions, your mother give frequently oral rehydration solution, that is salt, sugar and water. Because water is the essential nutrient and it is required to our body. There is about 65 to 70% water in our body. Each cell contains 70% of water weight by weight. Blood plasma also contains 90% of water. Functioning of cells and thereby whole body disturbs even if there is a little loss of water from the body. Hence, water is an essential nutrient. Along with all above mentioned nutrients, that is proteins, lipids, vitamins and water, fibers are also essential nutrients. In fact, we cannot digest the fibers. However, they help in the digestion of other substances and digestion of undigested substances. We obtain the fibers from leafy vegetables, fruits, cereals, and they help in our digestion. Next point, that is cell division. Cell division is an essential life process of the body. Cell division is one of the very important properties of cells and living organisms. Due to this property only, a new organism is formed from existing one. A multicellular organism grows up and emaciated body can be restored because of cell division. There are two types of cell divisions as mitosis and meiosis. See students, there are two types of cell divisions, mitosis and second one meiosis. Mitosis occurs in somatic cells and stem cells of the body, whereas meiosis occurs in germ cells. Before study of cell division, we should know the structural organization of cell that we have studied earlier. Each cell has a nucleus. Besides, other cell organelles are also present. Let us study the cell division with the help of this information. Before any type of cell division, the cell doubles up its chromosome number present in its nucleus. That is, if chromosome number is 2n, it is doubled up to 4n. See the shape of the chromosome and let us recall the nomenclature of that chromosome. You have studied in the 9th standard. First is the P-arm. Second, centromere. Third one, Q-arm. And last one is DNA. A pair of each type of chromosome is present in 2n condition, whereas single chromosome of each type is present in n condition, and their structure is like the one shown in the figure. Let us study the two types of cell divisions, that is mitosis and meiosis. First of all, we will discuss about mitosis. Somatic cells and stem cells divides by mitosis. Mitosis is completed through two main steps. Those two steps are karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis means nuclear division. In karyokinesis, nucleus divides into two parts, and in karyokinesis is completed through four steps, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. First of all, we discuss about prophase. In prophase, condensation of basically thin thread-like chromosomes start. Due to this, they become short and thick and they start to appear along with their pairs of sister chromatids. Centrioles duplicate and each centriole moves to opposite poles of the cells. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus start to disappear. Second step, metaphase. In metaphase, nuclear membrane completely appears. Chromosomes complete their condensation and becomes clearly visible along with their sister chromatids. All chromosomes are arranged in parallel to equatorial plane, that is central plane of the cell. Special type of flexible protein fibers, that is spindle fibers, are formed between centromere of each chromosome and both centrioles. Next phase, that is anaphase. In anaphase, centromeres split and thereby sister chromatids of each chromosome separate and they are pulled apart in opposite directions with the help of spindle fibers. Separated sister chromatids are called as daughter chromosomes. Chromosomes being pulled appear like a bunch of banana. In this way, one set of chromosomes reach at two opposite poles of the cell. And last phase, that is telophase. The chromosome which have reached at opposite poles of the cell now start to condense, due to which they again become thread-like, thin and invisible. Nuclear membrane is formed around each set of chromosomes reached at poles. Thus, two nuclei are formed in the cells. Nucleolus also appears in each daughter nucleus. Spindle fibers completely disappears and through these four phases, mitosis completed. See the diagram showing the four phases of karyokinesis. First phase is prophase. That phase is identified by short and thick chromosomes and these chromosomes start to appear with their sister chromatids. Second, metaphase is identified by arrangement of chromosomes to equatorial plane, that is central plane of the cell. Then anaphase, this is the anaphase. Anaphase is identified by the structure of chromosomes like bunch of bananas. In this phase, two sets of chromosomes are also formed. And last one is telophase. This telophase, in telophase, chromosomes again become thin thread-like. In telophase, chromosomes became thin thread-like and invisible, and two daughter nuclei are seen in this phase. After karyokinesis, cytokinesis begins. The cytoplasm divides by cytokinesis and two new cells are formed which are called as daughter cells. In this process, a notch is formed at the equatorial plane of the cell which deepens gradually and thereby two new cells are formed. However, in case of plant cells, instead of a notch, a cell plate is formed exactly along midline of the cell and thus cytokinesis is completed. Thus, mitosis is essential for growth of the body. Besides, it is necessary for restoration of emaciated body, wound healing, formation of blood cells, etc. Next stage of cell division, that is meiosis. Meiosis is completed through two stages. Those two stages are meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In meiosis 1, recombination or crossing over occurs between homologous chromosomes and thereafter those homologous chromosomes are divided into two groups and thus two haploid cells are formed in meiosis 1. In meiosis 1 also four phases are seen, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. In prophase, there are 5 steps are present, that is liptotin, pachytin, diplotin, zygotin and dikinesis. Meiosis II is just like mitosis. In this stage, the 2 haploid daughter cells formed in meiosis I undergo division by separation of recombined sister chromatids and 4 haploid daughter cells are formed. Process of gamete production and spore formation occurs by meiosis. In this type of cell division, 4 haploid daughter cells are formed from one diploid cell. During this cell division, crossing over occurs between the homologous chromosomes and thereby genetic recombination occurs. Due to this, all the 4 daughter cells are genetically different from parent cell and from each other too. During practical, you will see the phases of mitosis in onion root tip as shown in the figure. Thus, we have completed the lesson today. Read the chapter and give the difference between mitosis and meiosis, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, and write the exercise. Thank you.